What is a Krølle-Bølle? That's what we're going to find out here today, because I'm going to draw one. In fact, I've already started, so that's exciting. But a Bornholm, this is the official guide to Bornholm. What's a Bornholm? Well, you might ask. And I have an answer for that too. Indeed, I do. And I'm going to tell you what it is. In fact, I've already started. As soon as I post this little live streamy link on my what do you call it? Discord. Yes. Join my Discord, Torrance Art Hole. I believe there might be a link in the description of this video. And if not, leave a comment. I'll renew it if need be. And let's go to Krølle-Bølle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bornholm is home to many trolls, but none are as famous as the beloved Krølle-Bølle. Krølle-Bølle. Yeah, the little troll with a single curl on his head and another in his tail has long been Bornholm's beloved unofficial national mascot, delighting both children and adults who come to the island. For many adults, Krølle-Bølle brings back fond memories of childhood, summer holidays on the rocky shores of Bornholm. Let's take a look at Bornholm. We can do it. We have the power. Killswitch is here. Hello, welcome to the chat in the live stream. Where is my other tabs? This is, yeah, sure, let's put that there. Here is Bornholm. That's a nice, this seems like a nice place to visit. There's another picture of Bornholm, and we can see it. Let's look on the map. The map of, there's the island off of, not far from Copenhagen, and south of Sweden. There it is. Let's look at this view. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's got a town of Akerkeby. It's got a lot of farmland. It's got the port of Rona. I'm sure I'm pronouncing all of these things wrong. Any other towns? Maybe that's the only one. Oh, there's a kind of a town over there. Something else. So that's Bornholm. The island of Bornholm. Krølle-Bølle has been roaming North Bornholm since the 1940s, when the mischievous young troll first made his way onto the pages of a picture book in 1946. Since then, he's made a career in everything from ice cream to traffic lights. Created by native Ludvig Mahler and his son Ole Mahler, Krølle-Bølle has since gained popularity beyond Denmark, with editions released into German and English. So, and I guess there's been an ice cream, and he's on the traffic lights, and oh, there's a film coming in 2026, so that's exciting. So that's the history. And so here are some pictures. So why am I drawing this, you may ask? And that's a fair question. Adam is also here. Welcome. Thank you for joining. This is for a Call of Cthulhu role-playing game adventure called The Horror by Paul Holmeland, who has commissioned me to provide some drawings. I feel very honored. Here's the first one I did for the adventure. That was day before yesterday, a couple days ago, based on a picture of me. So that's fun to know. And so when he said base it on, this is Krølle-Bølle, but it's mythos. I'm going to turn the volume down for me a little bit. Let's turn this down. Tell me if the volumes on your end, people in the chat, are okay. This is what he sent to me, but he said, you know, make it Call of Cthulhu-ishy, I guess. Less of a children's mascot and more of a loathsome horror from beyond time and space of some kind. I like these little, especially like these little ceramic Krølle-Bølles. So what did I come up with? I came up with this. So that is, he's got the, here, let's take a look. He's got the kind of fat nose. I didn't make his, I think in this original artwork he's wearing like a red, I don't know, shirt, vest with a little patch on it. but obviously he won't be wearing anything in this. And he's always got the, I guess I could make the front tentacle have that curly cue. The back one does, the back tentacle, also known as the tail. And then I just decided, it looks like he's got shaggy legs there, so I gave him a lot of shag. He's got a lot of shag, and of course he's got a couple horns there. I could make those a little more prominent, I guess, maybe. Kill switch volume's perfect, thank you so much. But the first thing I want to do is flop this. I gotta flop it. Floppy, floppy. And is there anything else I want to do? Let me see. So this is the rough version, so I want to make the clean version, and I could kind of just trace over this, I guess. Rusty Nib 4 is a good pen to have. Right now it's at 25. Let me write that down. Rusty Nib 25. Might, yeah, maybe go up to, I don't know, 35? Let's see. Let's make this layer. If I was to, what I do want to do is make it more like you saw in that other. Yeah, I guess this is fine. So let's go Rusty Nib 35. Rusty Nib 35. I'm going to delete all that. What I would like to do, let me bring this back. Maybe what I'll do right now, let's make a little, I don't know, a gray layer. And then, actually black is fine because I can adjust the layer. I just want to make everything darker. So let's say, I don't know, light source coming from both sides behind maybe. So I'm just going to go crazy here. I'm going to go crazy, cuckoo, nutty crazy. And let's just imagine. Let us just imagine that he's almost entirely in shadow. And what would that look like? And yes, even the rocks. I guess the rocks probably, like, this is an island, so probably it's going to be. And the other thing I did, you already notice I skewed the angle a little bit. For more of a dramatic tilt. So let's just go ahead and make everything black. And see. Because there's going to be the reflection and then some side light. And then also the background will be black. We make an interesting background. So maybe, I don't know what the background will be like. Let's do that later. Okay. So I guess this is kind of fine. Yeah. Where's my? So if that was, what am I doing here? So now we can adjust the opacity on this and see. I can try to envision. This is at 100%. And this is at 42%. A little harder. A little blacker. I think we could maybe a little less on the back and maybe a little less around here. But then yeah, I think this might be a way to go. Don't really need this part here, do we? He's up on some kind of rock. And maybe there would be some rocks in the background. Maybe some splashing surf or something? I don't know. And then some reflections in water drizzling around here, if indeed he is on that. This is a very maritime-based adventure from what I understand. So let's do that. So as not to, because here's the difference between illustrating horror and fantasy. Like when I illustrate fantasy, there's all these tentacles down here. That'll be fun to do. When I illustrate fantasy, as you may know if you've followed my work, let me go to Dungeons and Dragons illustrations. Here's one right here. You know, you're not hiding a lot. You're illustrating. You're illustrating, damn it. Let me see if I can find a different one. Lots of not a lot of deep blacks, not a lot of deep shadows. But in horror, let me see if I can find some Call of Cthulhu stuff. D20 Call of Cthulhu? No, that's not. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Here's one from the D20 Nocturnum book from Fantasy Flight Games. Lots of shadow, lots of dramatic shadow. And oh, you know what I could show you? If I go to Delta Green. Where is it? Pagan Publishing, that's what I want. Yeah, so if we go to some of the Unspeakable Oath magazine drawings that I've done. Lots of black, lots of shadows. Not surprising, right? So that's kind of the look we're going for. There's another one. Some of these are available for sale, by the way. Although mailing right now is a nightmare. Okay, so that's kind of like what we're going to look for. We're going to be the look that we're going over. Let me shift everything down a little bit, and let's now do. I'm going to make a red layer. And why am I making red? Just to. I think what I did with the other drawing, I switched to a different pen, and I think it was the watery nib. And I made a big fat brush, and was it? No, it wasn't the watery nib, was it? No, it wasn't. It's the wrong brush. Let me try. I feel like, oh no, it must have been the fountain inker bleed. Okay, great. So let's imagine, here, let me get rid of some of this chaff around the edge here. We don't need all to see all my... This was obviously, the original drawing was on a piece of paper, and it was a purple marker. So actually, let me adjust the contrast here. Nope. Okay, try again. Adjust the contrast. Auto contrast. Great. Auto tone? Tone? That's fine. Auto color? Sure, that's fine. I don't care. Let's really... Here, let me get rid of this. Let's really go to... Wrong layer. Let's really go to the adjustments and go to... What am I looking for? Exposure. Let's see if we can... that doesn't really help. That doesn't really help. How many times can I say it doesn't really help? Let me try something else. Adjustments. Hue saturation. Maybe I just need to fiddle with the contrast some more. The problem is, I didn't take a very good photo of my drawing. So, contrast, high, brightness, low. Okay, sure. But now grab that, and even that. And if I delete it, sure. Okay. And let's get rid of all this too. L for lasso tool. Thank you. There's my signature. Gonski. Okay. So now going back to the red layer. Let me see. Is that going to do it? I feel like... Yes. Yes. So what I did before... I don't know. Maybe it's not crazy enough. Let's go crazy. Now what if we made... Now we change that to black. We just take that layer and put the saturation to 0. No, let's try. Let's go to black. And what if I did that? No, no, I want that. I want that extra added subtlety of the line edges, but I'm doing this a bit different this time. So let's, I mean, I don't want to convert it to grayscale now. Let me try again. And then blackness. No, I hate it. I hate it. Delete. Let's just do it in black. Yes. That's what I want. I'm going to keep that one, but I'm going to do another one. That's a little more interesting. Let's do, here's what we're going to do. This is very artistic, isn't it? Let me think. What is the, I think it has to be black behind him, but then how far up does the black go? You know what? Let's not overthink it. We're going to use this for now. We're not even going to worry about it for now. But it's in the file. I'm going to save the file. That's something that we can fiddle around with at the end. So, is there anything that I wanted to change? Is there anything that bothers me about my original drawing? I think it's pretty okay. Let's go back to Rusty Nib 4. I feel like it could be like more coming down, like if I were to, like its head here and it's coming down, that might be more interesting. The big nose looks funny. It's kind of a different drawing though. Curly cute, curly cute, curly cute. And then the head tentacle. Maybe more than one curly cue. I mean, let's try it. And then all the hair and everything. Rop, rop, rop. The big head. Right, and then it's like climbing over a rock to get down to you, to do something horrible to you. Alright, center line here. That butt. I mean, it looks stupid now because of the giant nose. But let's... But let's, here's what we'll do. We'll take that sketchy sketch. We'll bring it up over here. Whoa, hello, what happened there? Okay, escape, zoom back out, zoom back out. Just select the part that I want to select. Okay, so here, let's do that. It's definitely more creepy. It's definitely more, I'm coming at you and not just I'm sitting there. So let's take our guy. We're gonna duplicate layer. And I just want his head. Can I just take his head? Bow, bow. Just his head. Now if I put his head down here, is that head gonna work? Maybe if it's oddly cocked. That's kind of cool too. That also makes it more creepy. An oddly cocked head. Hodag energy, yes indeed. Yeah, I kind of like that. Although if I cock it that way, the tentacles are blocking the forearm. But if I cock it this way, that might solve our problem. And then just for gravity's sake, we'll have to adjust all of the. But I do like that. I think that might work. And then where are the rocks? The rocks. Let's increase that back up to 35. Some jaggedy rocks. Maybe here's the water lapping up against. He's coming into the water, he's coming out of the water. I feel like he should be coming out of the water. Let me change this. Like he's coming up onto land, right? So then there wouldn't be, maybe it's like a tide pool or something, but maybe I just don't worry about that. Because drawing water, also hard. So maybe forget that idea. I'm going to be, my next week is going to be kooky, crazy busy. So maybe this is the water here. Splashy, splashy. Splashy, splashy. Waves. And then maybe the tail curly cues that way. And then the tentacle, because that's not going to work where it is now because it's interfering with, maybe the tentacle goes back. Let me try that. So the tentacle, in fact, since this is only a copy, I can totally get rid of this tentacle. And draw a new one. Right? Does that look threatening or does that look too cute? Maybe we do it. Ah. Is that a tilted head angle too askew? Let's move it back a bit, and also let's not draw on that layer if we can avoid it. Oh, I see we got a little artifact down here. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe we raise. No, lower head is better. I think it was kind of good the way it was. Like I was thinking, do we raise it up here? But I think lower is a little lower is fine. Okay. I did erase. I did accidentally erase. You know what? I'm gonna backspace. Back. Okay. Erase. Dirt tentacle. Bring this back. Adjust the opacity on that. We did some minor adjustments here. The artifact is back now. Get rid of that. Now we can save it. And then let's see about this. I think that's fine. Got the curly Q in there. Should I do two curly Qs? I mean, that's still not super threatening. Maybe it should go back and then forward. Let me try that. I also don't want it to fit. This leg is here. It's a leg. So. That just looks like weird. Here, maybe the curly Q is just at the end. I think that's better. Like it's gonna whip ya. It's gonna whip ya. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Now he's in the Dover Demon pose. What's the Dover Demon? I don't know the Dover Demon. Let me Google it. Dover Demon. Dover Demon. Images. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's cool, though. That's fine. The Dover Demon. Is this one of the Fallout 76 monsters? I didn't get very far in that. Okay, so let's get our original back. And I guess we're not going to try. We're not doing any tracing. We're drawing it. We're drawing it from scratch again, everyone. But I think we can make everything a little bit smaller because this is an 8.5 by 11 page. So let's take these two. These are our two components, right? Let's just make it like half page-ish. Something like that. And yeah, is there anything about that head that I don't like? I feel like the eyes aren't... Oh god, I feel like the eyes... There's something about these eyes. Like I feel like if this is the center line, which it is, the other one would be more like that. So that's something too. Maybe that's a fix. And if I made these horns bigger, that might... And I might have to adjust those big old ears. Let's look at our reference again. Look, he's got big ears, all right. And he's got like hairs on top of his ears. Is that what those are supposed to be? More tentacles, that's what I say. Tendrils, less tendrils and more tentacles, so that's fine. Okay, so let us put our, go back to stage 1, and let's, I guess we'll begin our drawing. Shall we then? No, oh yeah. So now I have to do all this again because the pose is entirely changed. Okay, let's do it. Black. Actually, you know what I'll do is maybe I'll just do the outline-y party firsty. Maybe that's what I do. Okay. So, we'll leave that the way it is. Keep our happy little dude here. And then, yeah, let's draw it up. Let's make a new layer. Actually, Rusty Nib is supposed to be our drawing layer, so we will make that blue. And we shall we begin? I think we shall. We can erase all this red stuff here. Except for our fixes. Maybe the ear will be, this is our, where's our fixie layer? This is our fixes. It's our fixie layer. Maybe the ear would be more, let me think. Yeah, the ear would be more, oh, I'm using the wrong. Ear would be more like that. Maybe that ear would be more like that. And that's fine. And then all this would be going straight down. More or less. I think that's fine. Yeah, and maybe some gwiglies. I don't know what you call them. Gwiggly. This should all be red. But I'll keep drawing. I'll keep drawing. We've got, let's make those, that leg a bit more meaty. And then this one, where are the shoulder blades? Shoulder blades would be, I mean, it's a monster, so we don't need to worry about too much, but I feel like coming straight down here. Keep it so there's no tangent with the eyes. Skitter. There's no Dover Demon in 76. It's a Massachusetts guy. I see. So if anything, it would have been in Fallout 4. Which I haven't played for so long. So this one is flat, and this one is more coming over the rocks. Dun, 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 dun. Something like that. Ooh, scary. Scary. And then maybe we see more of this iguana, like marine iguana almost. Is that right? Is that two? Does he need more body? Less leg? Need to see where the edges of my eraser are here. Come up like that. Let me think. Let me try something else. The knee was more here. Will that work? Or should the knee here? Let me try this. The knee would be here. And so this part would be all in the shade here. Maybe that's the one. Yeah, maybe that's the one. Okay, and then we got the big old body. And then this can just, I don't know. Just keep it out of the way. Just stay out of the way, buddy. Maybe we even don't see it? Let me think about that for a second. Maybe we don't see it. I guess we don't need to see it. That will give more flexibility on what we can do with the front tentacle. So something like that. More like a whip. Like a big old whip. Get rid of this. Pardon me. I went to the farmer's market today. And here's a tip. If you're going to the farmer's market, go late. Go like 10 minutes to closing. Because a lot of people, you get the good deals. Same thing at like comic book conventions. If you go, don't spend anything until the last hour, unless like you want to get something before somebody else gets it. The danger is, as yard sales too, go at the end and splashy splashy. Okay, splashy splashy. There's the surf, the pounding surf. And now once I draw this tail, I'm on the wrong layer. All of that, I drew all of that on the wrong layer. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna post it on the fixie layer. Why was it not lined up? Oh, I know why. Control Shift V. Okay, so now we draw the rear tentacle as we previously described. Right. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so go the last 20 minutes, and you'll get free stuff because I bought some delicious melon pans from the local Japanese style bakery, Canadel. I'm a big fan. I bought 3 melon pan. Actually, I bought a curry bun and 2 melon pan. And she was like, I'm going to give you this one extra one, bonus one for free. And I said, is that because it's almost 2 o'clock and you're about to close and you don't want to take all this product back with you when you leave? And she said, yes. So, there's a little tip for you. There's a little life hack. All right. So now we have, I do like this pose a lot better. Hopefully the client will not complain about it, because it's so different. I mean, the monster looks the same. It's just a different pose, right? Am I right? I think I'm right. Okay. So I don't want any of the red anymore. All that red is gone. We're done with you now. In fact, I'm so committed, I'm deleting the layer. All the black. What layer did I draw that on? Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's merge those two layers. Let's make it not red, but maybe a nice, I don't know what color that is. Seafoam. Not seafoam. Let's make all of that this color. And that will be my guide for the final drawing, which I will begin presently. Okay. Back to my rusty nib. I want the black. I'm on 80, which is way too big. I think we said 35 is our magic size. So let us... So now, okay. You know what? I'm going to draw it right on this layer. I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to do a bunch of drawing. Yes. Okay. We're starting with the leg. That chubby little leg. And we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to put in those blacks. We're going to put in those blacks so bad, baby. I was thinking originally we would wait until the end to spot those blacks, but we're not going to do it. We're going to put it in right now. Nice and dramatic. That's how we like it. Okay. We're using the thicker brush, and we don't even care. Right? Put in a little bit of texture there. Because he's warty or whatever. And even all this. Just black. Just black. We just want to see the outline. This is probably not going to work for us anymore, but maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll keep it for now. So let's keep that there actually, just for reference. Okay. What is going on? How long have we been streaming? 38 minutes. I'd hope we would have been further by now, but we did a lot of. Oh yeah, the shag. There's going to be shag on that. All right. What are the darkest parts going to be? Let me get rid of not that one. Let me get rid of that guy. This is my original. Let's make it purple because the marker was in purple. And we'll bring that back. So, this is the rock. Just draw that in. Something like that. Oh yeah, that's how we like it. We're our brush size is 60, and we don't even care. We don't even care. Sound like Grandpa Simpson. Take me with you. I wore an onion on my back, which was the style at the time. Not on my back, on my belt. I wore an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. Okay. Gonna make some nice darks here as well. Maybe not as many, but definitely some. And then, what are we doing about this ear? Let's draw this ear. No. Focus, Torin. Focus. This is your can't remember what I was going to say. This is your something something. Okay. The method to my madness. Okay, so this is we have the rock. The dark rock. Ba, 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 ba. Right? I'll put some. I want to change my brush. It's not rough enough. What was I doing here? What was I thinking? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are the other? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not 5. All right, something like that. Something like that. Ooh, that looks not very good. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that guy. Okay, something like that. And then something like thuswise. Dun, 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 dun. And then since we're doing the chubby carrot fingers right now, I think I can do better than that. Killswitch says, one day when I have extra money, I will buy your madness painting on your website. It has always been a favorite of mine. Yes, that would be great. I'd love to see it go to a good home. And it's been hanging around here for a while. Even the model is a local friend of mine. She had wanted to buy it. But even, I always give my models a nice discount on the artwork. But she didn't follow through on that, so it's still available. Still available. Ready for the next. Ready to be owned and enjoyed. I think we'll just... won't worry too much about what the rocks look like. Here. Those are rocks. Everybody, those are rocks. Don't believe me? I don't care. I wish I had a better brush options for my... So when I go into my eraser, you have... here's all my rusty nib brushes, but you can't use them on an eraser. They just don't work. They immediately go back to brush. So the only ones that work are in this first batch here. And they have some rough options, but a lot of them, they're not fully transparent. And I guess I could probably change that in settings. But let's try this one. Maybe some tricklies. Some tricklies. It looks like lightning, but it's supposed to be trickling water. Yes. Something like that. Rivulets. I guess that'd be fine. Okay, so let's go back to... I don't want to be 15. I want to be 60. We were doing 60. No, we had originally planned. And then this. A lot of this is going to be in blackness. As Gord intended. Okay. I feel like a lot of the tentacles will be drawn with my eraser. Remember to hydrate when you're drawing, everyone. And then, do we want? Let me look at reference. He doesn't have anything like. He's just wearing that weird outfit, right? Let's bring this up to the front. He doesn't have any back fins or anything. No, he's just wearing that. Looks like a candy. His big portly candy. Okay. So let me save my work and let me think. Here's my fixie layer. This neck would be here. So I think that would be his spinular area. I could put some of these guys just to really, or maybe he's got like a, maybe we can actually see he's got a spiny thingy here. Let me like another, like I don't know what you would call that, a ridge that goes around. Maybe that's how we do it to make it interesting. We'll just have to adjust where we'll have to split the difference on the changes we were making to our ear, but that's fine. That's fine. Methinks. So yeah, let's do that. And I will forgo the little, right? Something like that. Leave us. Yeah, do the change that black back to the green. And I guess I'll just do the, here, let me finish this, the other leg. Oh, I kind of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not sure what I was doing here. Wrong layer. Some Johnny Quest music, I believe. Texture. Let's make that not so. That's better. That's a little bit better. The problem is this other. What's the back leg, the back foot resting on? Another rock exactly the same height as that one? Or should we just make it all one rock? Let's make it all one rock. Let's see how that plays. Yeah. Maybe we just show one toe. Does that look funny in a good way? Bum 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 bum. Maybe the problem is let's here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're going to do. Erase all this. We're going to put these two toes more close together. Like that. And then the other last toe. Almost a tentacle as well. These toes, I feel like they don't really have proper joints. And then that can give us more showcase area for that other, for the rock and the back leg, right? These toes look like parsnips. I'm sorry, I said it. but it's true. Here, let me just try something out here. Does that look terrible? I feel like it looks okay. Let me try it with this one. Yeah, that's alright. It's actually kind of got a neat style to it. Which was the style at the time. Okay. 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 So this, I think that lines up a little better. We can delineate between the 2 feet. And that's golden. Okay, great. Let's do this. Let's do this part. Dun, 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 dun. The schnoz. Demon schnoz. Adam says, so I rolled a d4, which was the style at the time. It was the hit die for wizards. So I rolled a d4, which was the style at the time. It was the hit die for wizards, you see, and you had to roll. You only got 1 first level spell per day. Now wizards were called magic users. Maybe make this nice and bumpy. Bum. Look at the texture on that. My God, the texture. The texture, everybody. Maybe a little reflected light at the bottom. Dun, 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 right? Bum, 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 bum. And these things. Okay. Okay. So we decided that this one needs to come out further. Little bumpies. Your little bumpies. And this one seems fine. Some more. I just did my pointless Cthulhu yesterday for my own personal Inktober. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I feel like I've got the edge of the mouth here, but I feel like it could be lower. So maybe that's another change I do. It's nice and everything nice and dark here. I want to just let me see. So okay, I'm going to reduce my brush size for the eyes. Intricate and integral part of the I've been watching Alien Earth lately. Which I watched the first episode like when it came out, and I was like, I guess this is okay. I didn't get a lot of alien in it, but then I watched the second episode, and there was more alien. More xenomorph. Kind of feel like, do we want to give this a little joint? I don't know. Do we put... No, that looks too much like an antelope horn or something. So we'll just leave things the way we had them. And this tentacle here. The head tentacle. Okay, great. So this will come up here. Can make it go. So I don't want it to be too pointy. I want it to be a little flabby as well. Not too threatening. I don't know why. I just feel that way. And then... so... Yeah, I think that's okay. Oops. Put some more. Shading. There. And then this tentacle. Look at that. Look at this thing. I guess I do the... I don't know what you call those. Not veins. let's just draw. Trust yourself, Torin, and draw a thing. Draw a gross monster thing. You can do it. You've done it before. You can do it again. What are we listening to here? Sounds, can't really. My grandfather's clock. I kind of turn this up. I like this song. Again. Oh, I can hear my dog playing with his dog toy. We're playing a little, maybe a little too vigorously yesterday. Because am I being too regular with these things? Let me zoom out. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Here, let me start up here. Yeah, I was saying that we were tossing the dog toy around the apartment, and he came back to us one time. The big old bump on his head, quite large. So yeah, it was funny. And then I was looking up. I was Googling, do I need to take my dog to the hospital when he gets a bump on his noggin? We didn't. Google said it would go down in like days to weeks. I think it's called a hematoma. Okay, I don't like what's happening here. Yes, let's make them a little bit different sizes. I got kind of an Jeff Darrow-y patterny thing going on here. Some are small, some are big. I think that's more creepy than just being irregular. In fact, I could fix up some of these ones, make them less regular. Right? Something like that. They look kind of like rocks now. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Maybe if I just don't go all the way across. That's the ticket. Okay. Hematoma apparently is kind of ropey, which is cool. But it went away in like a couple hours. It was gone. I feel like a lot of these things that I'm drawing are going to be erased when I get to the highlight stage. So, but I drew it. It's done. Yeah, so the other eye, we decided, is going to be here. And coming out of the side of the head. Something like that. This will all be in darkness dreaming. Yes, darker, more black. Right? Let me zoom out. No, too black. Undo. I mean, I think maybe the highlights will fix that. A reset view. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Don't overdo it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We feeling good? Ear. Okay, so, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? Alien anatomy. So if that thing goes out, it's kind of at an angle. It makes it confusing. So maybe, right? So that would be there. That's fine if I just do it here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think I got it. There we go. One ear. Do the other ear. The Krølle-Bølle. It's the Krølle-Bølle ear. Okay, great. Looking good. I'm happy. All right. And then, yeah, so this. All this in shadow. Right? And then I think this is we're listening to the Krølle soundtrack, or maybe Battle Beyond the Stars. Probably Battle Beyond the Stars. Okay. Oh my God. I think I'm about at my limit here. Let's give a little bit of texture on this. Make this line nice and dark because it's the bottom edge. And then I guess I had meant the hair to be coming, the tentacle hair to be coming out of the ear. Does that work? Let's say that it does. Okay, so all of this down here, this is all black. Maybe I just put a little tiny outline for some silhouette type light. I hope to be doing another Cthulhu drawing, which is to say a drawing of Cthulhu soon, you know. Oh, see, I feel like these hairs are not, I had it at the wrong angle. It should be coming down here. Let's do one coming down here. All these guys. There we go. That's better. That's better. And so all of his little, these ones are more like the hairs on here. Let me erase get rid of some of this green. I feel like the hairs coming out of the tendrils coming out of his ear are more just kind of hanging, whereas the tentacles on his like beardy area are more like squirming around, which I think is fine. But do we stop now? I think we got a goodly amount done. Those little tendrils are going to take a while. Let me block in here. Let me do a little bit more. Let me do 103. Let me do 7 minutes more. Grandfather clock. The clocks are the main thing. Funny thing about that song. Okay, so the House of Clocks. Is that what it is? The House of Clocks? Was a movie by Lucio Fulci back in the infancy of the band, The Darkest of the Hillside Thickets. No, that was fine the way it was. We were asked, there was somebody who was saying, I'm putting together a Lucio Fulci tribute album, and I want you guys to do a song for it. Now, were we offered any money for that? No. But we did it. You know, we were a young band. And we did it. We had a song. That song had two I can't remember which one first. You know who to remember would be Warren. Warren would remember this. Oof. Okay. There was 2 compilations happening. There was a hockey compilation featuring the Hanson brothers. Did that ever come out? I don't know. So we had that riff. What happened was, you see, so we did we put lyrics to it. We did a hockey version, and we did the House of Clocks version. We wanted to get into the hockey. We wanted the hockey to get on the hockey compilation. Didn't happen. We're not chosen for that, which is fine. It would have been cool. I'm actually not much of a hockey fan myself, so. But I love the Hanson brothers. The band, the local band, the Hanson brothers. If you don't know them, look them up because they're great. So we were rejected from that one, and we had the tune. It must have been that the Lucio Fulci people came over later, and we had that riff. So we said, okay, well, we're going to turn the hockey song that didn't get on the hockey compilation into the House of Clocks song. Not my favorite song, by the way, by us. Probably not surprisingly. Yeah. How does this go? This will come down here. Yes, that's how that will work. And this mouth, something like that. We'll figure that out next time. But this can all be black, like we like to do. Make it black. And yes, and then all the hairs will be. I'm just going to rough in some hairs. Coming down. Maybe another one right here. Right there. Yeah, so that's how we got on the Lucio Fulci compilation. Now that's all going to be black too. This is all going to be black except for where I draw the tentacles. I think we made some pretty good progress here today. It's not going to take too long to do the tail and the body there. That's probably like 10 minutes maybe. But then all these little beardy tentacles and the teeth is going to be the bane of my existence. Okay. But we'll leave that for next time. I will thank you. Here, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. We're gonna increase the opacity of that. No, we're gonna keep it where it was. Let me make another copy so I can feel free ruining this. How do I make a copy of a layer? I know how to do this. Duplicate layer. That's what I want. Toast. Now, if we take the eraser, the old eraser here, and let's just erase all of this. Bow, 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 bow. I feel like the black has to extend. This is just, the black has to keep going all around the tail. So, my erasers, it's a lot of texture on that eraser brush. Right. And then this part here, I think that's fine for the 4 tentacle. So now if we make that black. Yeah, we'll need to go further up here as well. But we can imagine that as the background for this happy little guy. Let's just do that. And then his back would be blah 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 blah. I mean, does that look kind of cool or not? Let me get rid of my green. And just imagine. It looks, yeah, I'm not sure. But there will be, we'll put some, here's what we'll do. Just as a suggestion, I have like a misty kind of a brush here. So actually I need the misty brush on my eraser. So let's try that. Too fine, make that brush bigger. Embiggen the brush. So we can put some sea spray. Right? We can do a fair amount of that if we want to. And then if we went the other way, oh no, and then we went brushy, and the brushy spray. Nope. Then we can put some around. The back here. I don't know if that's useful or not. Oops. But we can mess around with that next time. So, thank you for joining me, everybody. Oops. Yeah. It's not terrible. I think it's okay. Maybe we do. Maybe I just do. Here. Bring back my green. Maybe I just do what I've done on some other ones is, let me get my brush that I want, which I think was Ultra Bleed? Or regular bleed? Ultra Bleed? Let's try that one. Another layer. And then just let go of that. Huh? What happened? Why is it not working? What's happening? There we go. Just go. Oh. No, that probably won't work either. Okay, anyway, we'll finesse that next time. Thanks for joining me. What a gay old time we had. It's really bugging me that this part is here. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer, that's why. Get rid of that layer. What layer is that? No, not that layer. I don't need that layer. Get lost, you layer. There's my original drawing. Nope. Where's this one? Nope. This one, this toast layer. Okay, now can you? Okay, now so something like that, and the little horns here coming up. Something like that, my friends. Yeah. That's all right. It's okay. I might get rid of the horns. Yeah, okay. Adam says, The House of Clocks, weird movie. I didn't like it. I can't say I like that movie. We did a song about it. Not my favorite movie. Not my favorite song. Some things are Nyarlathotep are the songs I show people first. Yeah. Those are good. That's interesting. Some Things Man was not meant to. Those are kind of like, neither of those are like the fast heavy songs. I wouldn't even call them heavy at all. I think probably I don't know what our most popular song is. I would probably, like somebody who'd never heard us before, I might go with like 20 Minutes of Oxygen. Like ease them into the nerdiness. Okay, anyway. Thanks for joining this history lesson on the Darkest of the Hillside Thickets. Thanks for sharing those photos with me of the Therizinosaurus. I will go to my social media and put them up post-haste now that I've finished a little bit of this live stream. Like and subscribe. I know everyone in the chat has already done so. And I will see you next time on the internet. Bye-bye.